live and local. This is Fox 7 Austin News at 9.
Just moments ago, the first presidential debate of 2020 wrapped up.
This is a live look at the stage where President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden went head-to-head tonight. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Rebecca Thomas.
And I'm Mike Warren. Let's get straight to Fox 7 Austin's Shannon Ryan in the studio with the wrap-up of a highly anticipated debate. Shannon.
Yeah, Mike, Rebecca, the debate was certainly heated with both candidates talking over each other. Moderator Chris Wallace of Fox News asked several times to keep interruptions down for the American people. The debate was held at the Health Education campus of Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland. It was originally set to take place at the University of Notre Dame in Indiana, but the school withdrew in July, citing safety concerns amid the pandemic. COVID-19 was, as expected, one of the topics discussed during the 90-minute debate. Other topics discussed were handpicked by Wallace, and they included the Supreme Court, economy, race and violence in American cities, election integrity, and candidates' records. That, of course, included tax records, with President Trump's tax returns released by the New York Times Sunday. Wallace asked Trump to confirm if he in fact paid $750 in federal income taxes in 2016 and 2017.
I came here, I was a private developer, I was a private business people. Like every other private person, unless they're stupid, they go through the laws, and that's what it is. He passed a tax bill that gave us all these privileges for depreciation and for tax credits.
He says he's smart because he can take advantage of the tax code. And he does take advantage of the tax code. That's why I'm going to eliminate the Trump tax cuts. And I'm going to eliminate those tax cuts and make sure that we invest in the people who, in fact, need the help.
And we will have a more comprehensive recap during our 10 o'clock show. That will begin late tonight due to the debate.
And here to weigh in on tonight's very contentious debate, our political experts, Travis County GOP Chairman Matt Mackowiak and Obi Rahman from the Texas Democrats. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Matt Mackowiak, beginning with you, was there a winner tonight?
I didn't see one. I thought they both landed some shots, but I don't really see a winner tonight. I think that thing was so difficult for people to follow. There was so much interrupting on both sides. Yes, I think Trump did it more, but Biden interrupted Trump a lot as well. And the moderator did a very poor job of kind of maintaining, any semblance of control. They both just kind of went into their talking points. Again, I thought Trump did fine on the economy. I thought he made some good points at times. I thought Biden had advantage on COVID. But I don't know. I think if you watch that debate tonight, I think a lot of people came away pretty disgusted. I don't know. It's just kind of a demoralizing night for the country is how I feel about it.
All right. Obi Rahman, was there a winner tonight?
Well, I can tell you who certainly was not the winner. The guy who refused to condemn white supremacy was definitely not the winner, and that was President Trump. You look at this, this isn't a case of both sides interrupting each other. This was Donald Trump doing 3/4 of the interrupting at least. It was absolutely disgraceful. It was a terrible night for the American people. And frankly, Donald Trump should be ashamed of himself. You can tell that he's a desperate candidate right now, just the way he acted. He knew that he had to press, and that's what he was doing. He was pressing the entire time. And frankly, it backfired. And the fact that he wouldn't disavow white supremacists is absolutely appalling. And it's not something that's going to play well in here in Texas or the rest of the country.
Okay. Matt Mackowiak, for a while you've been saying that it's going to be very important to see how Joe Biden is during this debate since he hasn't been seen nationally quite a bit during the campaign. How do you think Joe Biden did?
It was uneven, I think, at times. As I said, on COVID, I thought he had some good answer. I think on the economy, it was certainly less strong. I think on crime in our cities, the president asked him to name one law enforcement organization that's supporting him. He couldn't do that. He asked him about Antifa. Joe Biden pretended Antifa doesn't exist as though it's just an idea, which is absurd. We've seen Antifa violence in Portland and in Seattle and other cities. So there were some good points, some low points. I think for Trump's base, I think they looked at the debate and they thought the president did what he needed to do. He made the arguments. He explained, what he's achieved over the first 4 years and why he deserves a second term.
Obi, did Joe Biden win any voters over tonight?
I think Joe Biden did a great job. Was able to get his points across. Like Matt was saying, I think he definitely was very forceful on COVID. And what he really did was he showed how this isn't about him or Trump. This is about the American people. He talked about family members who have lost somebody to COVID and who have an empty seat at the table. He talked about our economy and how we need to build it back better. You look at everything that Joe Biden talked about versus what Donald Trump talked about, which was basically a string of right-wing conspiracies and a refusal to disavow white supremacists. So that's exactly what Donald Trump did this entire time.
Okay, a final question for both of you. Matt Mackowiak, just give me the bottom line on tonight.
Yeah, as I said, I'm kind of appalled by the way the night went, to be honest with you. I really thought that given this setting, given that you had 100 million people probably tuned in, that both candidates would let the other speak. What a really smart friend of mine said after the debate, Trump didn't even give Biden a chance to dig a hole for himself. And I do think that's true. I think, I saw on Twitter, someone tweeted earlier in the day that Trump should just give the entire debate to Biden and let him talk. And I think there's some wisdom in that. He would have made far more mistakes had Trump not interrupted him.
Okay, not exactly presidential. Obi Rahman, bottom line on this debate.
Well, I think the bottom line is that the American people lost. We want a debate of substance. We want to know the issues between the two candidates. And the fact of the matter is that Donald Trump didn't let us have that. He was scared. He was pressing. And really, he needed a game changer this election. You look at it, this isn't 2016. In 2016, the polls were about 2 points between him and Hillary. Right now, Biden's up by about 7 or 8 in most polls. And Trump needed a game changer. He just didn't get it.
All righty. Well, more debates to come. Matt, Obi, thank you both very much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Supreme Court nominee Judge Amy Coney Barrett met with several Republican senators today ahead of her confirmation hearing. Barrett visited Capitol Hill today and was joined by Vice President Mike Pence and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. Republicans are moving quickly to get Barrett seated on the nation's highest court and plan to begin her hearings October 12th.
We're pleased today to welcome Judge Barrett to begin the process of advise and consent in the Senate. As you know, she'll be visiting with members who are interested in talking to her during the course of the next few days. And we're glad to have her here and glad to get the process started.
The president says he hopes to have Barrett on the Supreme Court by Election Day.
As we get closer to the November election, many counties are expecting the largest turnout they have ever seen.
Now various groups are urging people to become poll watchers. Fox 7 Austin's Stephen Sarabia joins us live from Round Rock to tell us what that entails. Stephen.
Yeah, poll watchers are appointed by candidates or parties to sort of oversee the election process, though they're not involved in it in any way. Now, while we talk to a lot of counties, while there are politicians asking for poll watchers, these counties are actually asking for poll workers.
November 3rd is just around the corner.
It's extremely important to vote and participate. Absolutely. You can't complain if you don't participate.
We spoke with Sabrina Vanderwerf, who is registered to vote in Williamson County and is ready to exercise her right.
I'm a serious voter. I like to vote.
Leading up to Election Day, counties like Williamson are expecting a large turnout of voters like Vanderwerf.
Election, of course, is probably going to be the largest one that anyone's ever seen in our county, at least. We can tell that by the number of registered voters. We can tell that by the number of applications we've currently received for ballot by mail. We're currently at 27,000 requests or applications for ballot by mail. That's easily over twice as many as we've ever received for any election in the past.
The county is in need of poll workers due to the expected large turnout. Vanderwerf is concerned this may be an issue come Election Day.
Well, I hope they have enough volunteers. I know that right now with COVID, that's kind of a barrier for a lot of people. But I hope the people that are able to get out and volunteer do. I think it's really important to help our community if you can in that way.
For this election, President Donald Trump, along with other political groups, are pushing for people to become poll watchers. We reached out to the county on what it takes to become one. According to a spokesperson with Williamson County, poll workers are at every general election. But one thing to note is not everyone in Texas can become a poll watcher. According to the state, poll watchers must properly be appointed by a party or candidate and must arrive with a certificate of appointment. Whether poll watchers show up or not, Vanderwerf feels it won't have an impact on the outcome.
I don't get it. Whatever. I don't understand poll watchers and all the paranoia. That's just, yeah. I wouldn't worry about that kind of thing. I don't.
We'll put the information on how to become a poll watcher on our website. Just look for this news story after the newscast. Live in Round Rock, Steven Sarabia, Fox 7 Austin News.
Still to come, we are sitting down with the new police chief in Bastrop as he talks about his plan for the future of his department.